Hello there, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm Helen Sattler coming to you once again, reading your emails, getting your comments, responding to you. I am totally elated about our relationship. Thank you so much for liking and sharing the pages with those that you love and care about, giving them information that can help them and sometimes save their very lives. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So those of you who are enjoying the videos, don't forget to subscribe. Push the bell. Every time I come on with a new video, you will be the first to know because you will be alerted to that. Thank you so much. Those of you that are writing me, yes, we're having the Empath conference. We have the portal up and you can register on Thursday. You can start to register for the Empath conference. Many of you want to know, am I empath? Am I super empath? Some of you want to know what empaths are. So please feel free to come. The conference is $80. Register for the conference. We're looking forward to have you there. I love you so much. This is why I am just geared to get as much information to you as necessary and as possible for you to be your best yet, your strongest yet. I want to be your fan, your hero, your cheerleader in your corner, rooting for you because I know that you can do whatever your mind is set to do. You are just that powerful, and I'm rooting for that. Many of you have wrote me and said, why don't you ever teach on the Narcissist family? Well, let's do it. Let's teach on it. Because some of you are engaging in that, and some of you done had some wild experiences with Narcissist family. So let's talk about it on this vein. We're going to do several videos, and this will be one in a series that I do because it's so much when you're dealing with the family of the narcissist. I want to talk about you when you are really recruited into a brigade and the family is all together. And when you meet the family, they are wild about you. So not only is the narcissist love bombing you, but the family is love bombing you. They're telling you you're the greatest. They're telling you you're the best. And what happened with this narcissist, before the narcissist take you to his family, she or he grooms you for the family. And when you go into this brigade is usually have one parent that's a narcissist, or sometimes both parents can be a narcissist, and then siblings that still live at home that are teenagers or adults or both. They have been integrated and trained from the young children on up in how to handle company and people that come into their home. And so what they do is they stir up in the family. You got sibling rivalry. They fight each other and they bring friends over when they're young, and then the family gangs up on this friend and pull whatever supply. At that time it's emotional because he's too young to have any other supply, and they pull this emotional supply or perverted supply out of these children, but they use their own children to be the bait, to be the lure into the family. As they grow up, they keep the same behavior modes, they keep the same intent. And so the family start getting different plans and different programs for different supply as you integrate them into the family. For instance, if you meet a narcissist and the narcissist is just suave, I mean, they are really, really handsome and they pay you a mind, and you know they've been checking you out and they want you to know that they're checking you out. And then they meet you, introduce themselves. Well, before they take you to the family, the narcissist will groom you. They will ask a lot of questions, love bomb you, find out all the information they can find out, not only on you, but they find information out on your parents, because this group is interested in the law of economics. So you notice that most of the kids are at home and the parents seem so nice, but they live in this beautiful, lustrous house. And then when you talk to them, they don't really qualify at the skill level of their lifestyle. So you're wondering, how are they doing this? Well, maybe they're doing this because everybody is at home. Well, the narcissists, if you notice, they're very choosy in their pick. They pick wealthy kids, or they pick children that their mothers are well off. And the narcissists integrate them in the family. They bring them and they meet them in the family. They've already groomed them. The narcissist has already, and even to the point where the narcissist will allow his mask to fall a little bit, just so you won't be totally shocked with the family. And so what happens is, when they bring you home, that you meet their family, and their family just tell you how great you are, how wonderful you are. They have the dinners, they have the games, and all the families are just so excited about you. And then another time you come over, they invite more family over, and they tell the family about you. So they build your hope that this relationship is going somewhere, when they know all the time, because you're just another supply. And they probably went to a plethora of people, to the point where they have you, and they bring you in the family. They love bomb you in the family. Then you notice that they slowly start turning, because they're disinterested in you. Once they get out of you what you want, the narcissist will start devaluing you, and then they'll start little by little, and they'll let you know little things that are wrong, where you're constantly checking yourself, you're constantly doubting yourself. You don't want to please the narcissist, so the family will act like you offended them, and they know that you are so afraid that you're going to tell the narcissist, and the narcissist plays along with the game, and you try to please the family. Nothing you do work. Everything is wrong. And then they'll make up with you. Now everything you do with the narcissist is wrong. Then you talk to them, they go back and tell the narcissist everything about you. And then they plan either to discard, or they're planning to take you into a deeper devaluation. Some family, when you are coming in and you're wondering why the family is so divisive, they seem like they're so together, they seem like they're so loving, but it's something on the inside of you letting you know that this isn't right. This should not be. Why are you still at home? Everybody is still at home, and everybody is so nice, and you can see the sibling rivalry. You can see the competition with each other. You can even see the way the mother and dad treat each other, and sometimes you'll catch them and it look like you caught them off guard, and then you start to question everything. When you offend one family member, the whole family is offended. The whole family gets involved, and they know when you are about to be discarded. At that time, that family will make up in their mind whether they want to keep you on or they want to let you go. If they keep you on, one of the people they're going to make sure you get very close to, that person will step up to the plate and start love bombing you again. Start telling you that he loves you. You know, he can get crazy sometimes, but sometimes the reason he get crazy is because he's so wild about you. Then the narcissist later on start crying and acting like he just can't do without you. And then you're suspecting him of triangulation. He has 2 phones and he always keep them down. He never let them up. Then when you question him about that, he question you about his loyalty. You don't think that I'm loyal to you? What have I done? Which he's probably done a lot. They say that I'm disloyal. You know that most of my friends were women. Like when me and you were friends, you were never friends with him. You got into a relationship. The relationship moved so quick. You couldn't have breathed because it was moving so quick. You met him, seemed like you knew him for years. You met his family and they seemed like the perfect family. I mean the Leave It to Beaver family. And you meet them and they are just all over you. And I mean, they find out your goals. They find out where you go to school. They find out your friends. And then they start matriculating to those friends and they get to know those friends. They get closer because they're preparing flying monkeys, because they know that there's going to come a drop. They know there's going to come a discard or an escape. Not all supply stay. Some supply don't get in deep enough. They've seen enough signs and they run. They're out. They take flight and they're gone. And the narcissist never hooked them like he wanted to put them on that line and reel them in so he can't get what he wants. He didn't get the level of fuel he wants. All the family, when they bring this type person home, they are bringing home fuel for all the family. And that's why you feel so drained. You feel happy, but you feel drained. You feel like you've ran a marathon because you got 10 people in the family and they're all draining the energy out of you. Each one, a group come and they spend time with you, and then another group come, and next thing you know, you talk to all these groups and you're so caught up with the moment. You're so fascinated with the moment. You are so involved in the moment until you didn't realize that each group came, they left draining you. And each time they drain you, another group will come and get drained. You will get drained. And then finally the narcissists will come where they're getting fuel from you. And that's why the narcissist brought you to the family, because that's what he's trained to do. That is his assignment in the family, is to find the supply and bring the supply home. And usually when you get families like this, they are very, very attractive. Most of them are somatic. They are very attractive, very beautiful, very gorgeous, very handsome family, and they know that they can hook that supply. They know that they will be welcome because they're easy on their eyes. And at first they take you out to dinner, then they lavish you. The family come, they lavish you. They find out your size. The next time you come, she has a dress, and then the next time he comes, he has a watch, something like that. There's something they're gonna always appeal to you. And you got to remember, before the narcissist brought you home, he was very inquisitive. Then he brought you home to the family. They were very inquisitive. They found out what you like. They found out what you didn't like. And what you didn't like is the alligator pond that is set up for you once you start turning them off, once you start asking too many questions, and once they start making their requests and you start turning them no, then you're going to the alligator pond. They got all of this information that you gave them out of good faith, just trying to introduce yourself, just trying to know them. And guess what? They take that information and they use it against you. The narcissistic family is oblivious to what you feel. They could care less about what you feel. They don't care anything about you. And sometimes it can even take a while to prove it because there are so many people involved, and each one of them are especially involved with you. And each one of them has their assignment. So each one of them come to you in a different way, in a different format. And as they come to you, each one take a part of you with them. And then they raise your level of respect so high until you don't want to offend them. You don't want to cause any kinks in the system, no criticism. You just want to please them, because now, especially if you having a heart problem with your parents, and remember, more than likely, the narcissist got that information out of you during the dating process and the love bombing. And they found that you and your mother was at odds. You and your father was at odds. You may even tell them, my father was selfish and cared nothing about himself. My father was unfaithful to my mom. My mom had a nervous breakdown. My mom is an alcoholic. My mom, and so all of these things, or my mom is a racist. All these things are going to go into good, effective working on the behalf of the narcissist. So what does it matter to you when you meet the narcissist family? You have to be on your toes. When you get a red flag and your instinct tell you something isn't right, believe it. You can't see it. It's not evident, but the inside of you, especially if you're an empath, you know what you know, that you know what you know. And then maybe later on, 6 months, 8 months, then it's out there. But you thought, I knew this the first month I met him. I knew this within 3 months. I did not listen. And a lot of times we end up in problems. We end up in situations because we don't listen. The narcissist family have been trained from children. They've been trained from babies. The narcissist parents taught them to stick together, especially when you have two narcissistic parents. And I'm going to teach on that, a narcissist versus a narcissist. You're going to have competition always in the family. And so because they're competing against each other, they breed into the kids to compete against each other. And when you come in, you feel like you're competing against the family for the narcissist's attention. And then just when you think you're right, everybody come together and love each other. And then, you are just flabbergasted. You just saying, I don't know what's going on here. Because one minute they love each other, then the next minute the competition is all in the air. And it's so stick, you can cut it with a knife. Then the narcissist leaves, takes you home, and then you tell something good that is going on with you, and then the narcissist start telling some good is going on with him. And then you notice that every time you say something that's went on with you, he's going to say something that went on with him, or he's going to tear down what you're doing. What would you do that for? That was really stupid. And you're like, what's stupid about that? I need to go back to school. I need to get another degree. Well, you already got one degree, and now you're wasting time that you could spend with me, and you going back to school when you already, anything that will slow up your process. He go tell the family is an echo. They're parakeets. They're saying the same thing. When you keep hearing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, anytime you want to brainwash, you be repetitious. You say it over and over. The brain is very impressionable, and if the law of teaching is repetition. And as long as you say something over and over, if you notice you're with someone that you really don't care for their behavior, they are repetitious in what they say. They keep, and that's why you say you keep saying this. I hate when you say that, because you keep saying this. You know, God knew what he was doing when he made us. And when he made us, he said that we are to transform our mind. When we are to transform our mind, bring your mind to the plate where it's unchangeable. Because when you transform, it's like a butterfly. A butterfly is in a cocoon, and the butterfly goes in the cocoon, and he wraps himself in that cocoon. He spins that cocoon, and he hides away until he transforms. Because once he come out of that cocoon, which nobody could help him come out, he comes out of that cocoon, and he never ever returns to what he was again. He would never be a caterpillar crawling on the ground, crawling up the tree. He's a butterfly, and he can fly. That's what happened when the realization of what you in come, boom, and all the lights come on. You're getting ready to spin a cocoon, because you're going to have to hide things away. But summertime is not so easy to get out of these relationships without danger, because some of the narcissists can be malignant. The family can be malignant, and you can feel that when you walk in. It's like a dark side to them, and yet they are so sweet. And what happened, it confuses you. In the midst of the confusion, it's a stimulus for the narcissist, because remember, you're not only fuel for the son or the daughter that you're dating, you are fuel for the whole family. So when you are pulled out, the whole family get a bite of you. So the whole family feel that you belong to them, that you're their property. And sometimes you say, can't you do anything without your family? Why your mom always have to have something to say, or your sister always have something to say? And he will always justify them. He will always say, we went through such trauma that we are now close, and we've learned to protect each other, and we cover each other. And sometimes that's to a fault. And so he knows that you're going to discover that something is wrong with them, because nobody continuously conduct themselves like that to create pain, to create hurt. And now you're in the relationship, and you're always finding yourself crying. You're finding yourself offended. You're looking in the mirror, looking at yourself, saying, what's wrong with me? I must be crazy, or I'm not smart enough. Why don't they accept me? And see, now you are going after their acceptance. When you go after someone's acceptance, that's a lot of energy to put in to someone liking you. But the narcissists have done this 1,000 times, and the family has been geared and trained to know what to do. And I call it a brigade, because it's a warfare field where you're fighting for your emotions. And that's why sometimes you feel like you're dating everybody. I'm dating his mom, his dad, his grandmother, the uncle, the aunt. Then I'm dating all his siblings. I feel like we are all in a relationship together. And the truth of it is, you are. So what you are feeling is instinctive. Don't count that as a lightweight, because it's not. The narcissist is bringing you into his cave. He's bringing you into the alligator pond, and they're snapping at you, and they're biting at you, and you're getting away, because alligators are not flexible. They can't move like they want to move. So if they slide one way, you can just hop over them. And so that's why they have so much weight in their crushing effect, because when they crush you, all of those thousands of pounds of pressure from those jaws can crush bones, and they tear their prey. And that's what the narcissist does. They tear you, and they are not so flexible because they're patterned. They have this format, and a lot of times they don't want to leave what they know because they're good at what they know, and they're inexperienced to new things. So until they get things down to where it is expertise, then what happens is they keep that pattern up, and you can move because you're more flexible than they are. And sometimes you can pick that up, that their family is rigid and they are patterned, and you can become more flexible. So you throw things into the family structure, and you cause a narcissistic injury to the family, and the whole family start ousting you, considering you an outsider, and they go after the juggler. When they go after the juggler, they will encourage the narcissist to break your heart when they know you're wild about them. But see, when you first came, they knew it wasn't going to last because they never intended to last. You was just another prey. You was just another object in the pond. This is one side of the family. This is one structure of the narcissist family. When they bring the prey to the family, and the family bring the prey to the table, and now the prey is part of the family, but they also on the menu. And when you are on the menu with the narcissist, you are torn like the alligator tear their prey, and you are served to everybody. You are always drained, but some part of you always want to be around them because they're family, something that you crave, something that you want, something that you didn't have, and you are around them. Everybody gather around you. They curse you at one instance, then they love you at another instance. You know, it's like cognizance and dissonance. When they just cause so much confusion, then you start to excuse it away. You start to explain it away, and you explain it away because the gatherings are so good. The love bombing is so good, and it's from all of these people, and all of these people make you feel important, and they show you what family is like. But it's a poison family because they feed poison in the food, and every now and then you regurgitate because your system cannot handle it. So about the narcissist family, and some of you have said this is exactly what you're going through. This is why it's happening. It is not unintentional. So you didn't go to the family and they intentionally did what they did. They intentionally hurt you. Honey, it was planned. It was planned before you walked in the house. Some family like that. When you get one, you get all. When you hurt one, you hurt all of them. And that's what some of you was writing in the email. And it sounds just like what you're going through. And that's why. And your mind would not allow you to believe that people can be so devious as to meet their family, and everybody wanted to just tear at you. And you were saying, how can this be? This cannot be. Oh, yes, it can be. And it is. Explain it another way. While you go into a family, you meet the narcissist family. You love the narcissist. The family loves you. The family just love bomb you. They buy you at first anything you want. They make sure that you're well taken care of. Everybody call you one by one. Just not the narcissist. The mom call you because you're like my daughter. The sisters call you because you're like my sisters. The aunt call you because you're like my niece. So you got all of these people showing you attention at the same time, and you feel like $1 million prize, and they start tearing off the wrapper. Now they tell you, you don't belong with our family. We took you in, and now you've hurt my family. You was like, no, me and the narcissist just had a disagreement. But once you disagree with the narcissist, the whole family take offense. The narcissist family, why did they bring you? And why did the whole family get involved when you was only meeting the narcissist? Because it's a family affair. And when you meet that narcissist, you meet the whole family. And when you date that narcissist, you're dating the whole family. So every date that you go out on, the family is with you. And you have to strengthen yourself and listen. Listen to your instincts. They're talking to you. But you have to listen, and you have to understand you could be right, and stop saying that you're wrong. Believe in you. You are more powerful than you think. You're more perceptive than you think. So trust your instinct. And if you know, you go, and you don't come back. You get out when you're ahead, because the alligators are snapping, but they didn't get you. Stop running into the pool. Save yourself. It will be well worth it. Well, once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. We will be doing this periodically, talking about different narcissist family, different things that are occurring in the narcissist family. And those of you who are dealing with the narcissist and their family, and you say you can't even get along with them because the family is always there, notice the signals and stop excusing them. Feel free to write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. Please keep leaving your questions and emailing me the topics that you would like for me to teach on. It is so amazing, the topics that you give, and cause me to study and do a little investigation of things that maybe I need to investigate more than my experience, or get on the topic that I want to give you, and make sure you have solidified information that can help you. You can grow past this, and you can get past this. I also do sessions. I am a life coach, a qualified life coach. So please feel free to call me if you want sessions with me. I am available. I'll put you on my calendar. My calendar is a busy calendar, but we will make room for you. So write me at destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. And please don't forget to register for the upcoming conference for empaths, not just super empaths, empaths of every level. And we're going to go through these 4 hours. We're going to start from the young empath. You have empathic children, the different behavior modes, and as they grow up in teenagers and adults. And you got to watch the frequency, because especially the empaths that grew up with narcissist family, watch what you draw, because you already have the frequency and the beacon, and the narcissist can pick that up. So write me, destinyhelper12s@gmail.com. Prepare for the empath conference. I am looking forward to seeing you on the next video. God bless you. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.